What's up, Trojans? Troy Man here. I'm talk about American Idol season 14 since the finale was last night. Um, I'm not gonna review the finale. I'm gonna talk about my opinion on the season like itself. Uh, excuse me. Yeah. This season and everybody and their mother will tell you was very disappointing. In fact, it was actually so, and that's sad, bro. It was so disappointing that I actually had to boycott the season. So I watched up until the end of March, and then I didn't watch again until last night. And the reason is because even when I wasn't watching, it just got disappointing week after week after week. Um, like Lovey James getting eliminated, along with a few other talented guys and girls, that really hurt me in the beginning. Like this was probably the worst season of Idol ever, and it had Lovey James in it. I don't know how that's possible. That like hit home, but I was like, okay, there's still a bunch of unique characters here with talent, singing ability. And we had a bunch of talented characters here. We had Maddie Walker, Joey Cook, Cuisine Middleton, Tiana Jones, like a bunch of people. So I actually gave it a chance when they went to Hollywood, right? And it got disappointing because even though Maddie got saved, she got sick one week and she performed. Um, they just kept bringing up these untalented people that were still in the competition and continuing to call them up for the next week. That's what they were doing, and it's very sad. And then when Maddie Walker got eliminated, I decided to boycott the show, and that really hurt me because I thought she was the most talented out of probably the top 24, bro. But even though Maddie was gone, we still had like a great group. I mean, we had, like I said, Quazim. We had Quentin, who I was a fan of, then I wasn't anymore, and then I was again. Um, Rayvon, even though I didn't like him. Joey Cook, beautiful, talented lady. She got engaged while she was on the show a couple of days before her birthday. And I don't care what you idiots say. Like, I know she had a lot of haters just because of the way she looked. She could sing. Her voice was incredible. Shut up. Like, seriously. Tiana Jones was a amazing singer. Like a beautiful, perfect soul voice. Like she's from Florida too. Jax was like probably the most outstanding out of the final five. Like she's got a character. She has the little Jax X over here, the star. She had a following, the Jax pack. And I didn't like Jax at first, but as the season went on, she grew on to me. I boycotted the show, but I would check out her performances online. Great, talented, beautiful young lady. I'm only 18 years old. She dedicated her music to like her home, like New Jersey. There was her father who got injured on the September 11th attacks. He was a fireman. He had to retire, and then she dedicated her song also to a friend of hers that passed away. What a great backstory. I wasn't really a big fan of Clark Beckham until I found out he was a Christian, but and Nick Frigiani was a pretty good family man too. Great backstory. The reason I wasn't really pulling for these two guys at first, who ended up being the final two, is because they were generic. Like they didn't have characters like Jackson, Tiana, and Maddie and Cuisine, and even Daniel Savy. I didn't like him, but he was like a cute little pretty boy, and I was starting to like him, and then he got eliminated. So yeah, after Maddie got eliminated with Adana to save Rayvon, Rayvon got saved for like 5 weeks in a row, and he was getting saved over people that were growing onto me, like Daniel. I was starting to like actually. He gets eliminated for Rayvon because they had the stupid. They changed a lot of things this year. That's why it was disappointing. They had the stupid hashtag idol save or whatever. Joey Cook goes home for Rayvon. Tiana, I think, went home for Rayvon. Quasi Middleton went home for Rayvon. Like all these people went home for him, and then like they're doing a tour with only 5 people. Like what a terrible season it was. And yeah, I don't even know how they went. They didn't even announce their lineup for the finale until like the last minute. Now the finale was actually pretty good. We had a great cast. We had Ricky Martin, Fallout Boy, yeah baby, um, a bunch of cool people. We had the Jacksons, Nile. We had Beat Bull. Great. And then the judges performed at the end, which I'm not a big fan of those judges. I told my brother this when I found out the judges were performing. They lost so much of my respect this season that I didn't want to see them perform. I told my brother if I wanted to see a group of dinosaurs dancing, I would watch the movie We're Back. You guys remember that movie, the dinosaur movie? I'd watch We're Back. Roll back the clock, turn back the clock. Yeah, that. But pretty good lineup. I was kind of disappointed in something about the finale. Of course, they did what they usually do. They have these big names come up. They do duets with some of the contestants. One thing I noticed was Adana got to do one with Johnny Monet or something and Jadina, and Maddie Walker didn't really have a duet. She performed with the six girls, like the 6 girls were with Nile Rodgers, but they didn't. She didn't perform like a duet with somebody. And I don't get that because I understand like the people that were there like for the longest got to do it, but Adana did one and she got eliminated the same day as Maddie Walker. So, it's kind of like what happened. And the thing with that is, the guys I think all got their own as well. They got to do something with somebody, and then I know that Maddie was in the beginning with like the girls and all that, but technically the main focus was on Serena Joy during that performance. So pretty much they just gave Maddie Walker nothing. I don't understand that at all. I mean, I'm sure J Lo had 2 performances, one with Pitbull and one at the end. Like, I don't understand how there couldn't have been a little bit of space for Maddie to do something with somebody. Maybe give them 5 minutes or something. I don't understand it, but whatever. And Seacrest is still there. He was always going to be there because Julian Hawk left his ass. My problem with like the final 3 was I'm glad Nick Friediani won. Um, my brother called it from the beginning. I don't know how Clark Beckham made it to the top 2. Like I literally thought he was going to go home before the top 8 was decided. But he was just so generic, bro. But here's what I understand: Jax should have been in the final 2 or won it, and here's why. She had the most Twitter followers out of anybody, and Twitter is like the most active Idol fan base, right? I'm pretty sure that most of her Twitter followers would have voted for her as much as they could every single time they could. And this happened with Angie Miller too. But yet she goes home before the finale. That's kind of funny. And then out of the final 3, Nick Friediani had the least amount of Twitter followers, and he won. Like I said, I'm glad, but that's kind of funny. I personally think that Jax. I'm not gonna say I think she should have won because I'm happy for that Nick won, but Jax should have been somewhere in the final 2, and that's a fact. And I really feel bad for her, but I know she's gonna go far. This girl's gonna go further than anybody this year's competition. I started off not caring too much from her, and as the show's over, she's got the most respect from me next to Nick and Maddie. Maddie will go far too. Uh, God bless Maddie Walker. She'll go far. Jax is going to make it all the way to the top of the mountain. And Nick Friediani, congratulations. You won American Idol. But sadly, and the tour's happening, but sadly, like I said, because this season was so disappointing, they're going into their final season next year. And that's sad. Because I have a feeling if this season was anything like the others, Idol would probably still be around. But maybe it's good that they're closing in for a 15-year mark. But yeah. And sadly, Seacrest and the 3 judges are going to be back for the last one. But yeah, I hope there's people that watch this show every year. I haven't. I've only watched it the last few, but get ready for Idol's final season, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching it. I'm going to watch, and if they upset me, I may have to boycott it, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So yeah, American Idol, final season. next year.